We have a jury system in our country, and I believe in it. As a former prosecutor, I feel that they get it right the majority of the time, like in the high 90%. It's not a perfect system because it depends on who's selected as a juror. But if people are honest with how they feel about things, that makes the best jury. Sometimes people have a bias or a prejudice that they kind of hold on to, and they don't tell the judge, they don't tell the lawyers. And that's not fair to either side. For example, you're not allowed to consider sympathy, not for a plaintiff or a defendant as a juror. You're supposed to just think about the facts, apply the law to the facts, and make a decision. And then if it's about compensation for an injury, they assess a value. But most people don't know that, for example, if you have an old lady who shouldn't be driving and she causes a serious injury, insurance companies are very powerful. So the law in Michigan is that they're going to be hiding behind that old lady, and you'll never know that there's insurance because the jury will be instructed it has nothing to do with insurance. So even though the lawyers are hired by the insurance company, they're quietly hiding behind her. The truth is they're hoping that you have sympathy for an old lady. But the law says you shouldn't have sympathy. You basically should decide the facts, what happened, and if the person injured is entitled to compensation. If a jury's sympathetic to that old lady, then the system did not work. If the jury's sympathetic to the person injured because they're crippled, then the system doesn't work. They have to act like they're honest appraisers. They have to decide if this person was at fault and the law says they're at fault, and now they have to assess a value of health that was taken from someone, then they have to look at it as if they're assessing a collector's painting. If the value of that painting is $10 million or $500,000 or $5,000, the jury is supposed to act like honest appraisers and say the value is whatever they decide. And it's not easy for jurors. But in the end, we want people who are neutral on the jury. But is it fair when it comes to insurance companies? The insurance companies have the edge, for sure.